Hey guys, what is going on? It's Jake, aka Parky1 here. I hope you're all having a magnificent Monday. And we've got some great news straight away in this episode. Not only are we playing Blackburn Rovers in the first game of this episode, it's not that Ryan Hardy has got up 2 ratings already and he's already worth £725,000. It's the fact that Bobby Grant has been named Player of the Month for the first month of this career mode, which is an absolutely great achievement, and it just shows how good we've actually started this season. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, we're going to go on to one of the other reasons that I brought up at the start of the episode, which was the first game, which is against Blackburn Rovers. Now, this game didn't actually happen in real life because of international call-ups, but it is actually happening in this game, and because it's a game against a former Championship side and a former Premier League side, in fact Premier League winners, I fielded a full strength side and I wasn't going to risk anything. But anyway, the chances start in the 3rd minute as Cal Dempsey gets the ball in the centre of the park. The ball finds its way to Bobby Grant and unfortunately slices the shot well wide of the target. The next chance literally came on the stroke of half time as Bobby Grant plays through Devontae Cole, and Devontae Cole hits it straight past the keeper. And literally the first half literally only had 2 chances. It was horrendous, honestly. Most of the play was literally in the centre of the park, trying to beat each other. It wasn't happening. So the first chance in the 3rd minute, the second chance in the 45th, and finally Devontae Cole has broken the deadlock with the second chance of the game. And you can see here Bobby Grant with a nice run. The left back kind of peels off Devontae Cole, or more to the fact, Devontae Cole peels off the left back and slices the ball straight into the back of the net. And that is how the half-time score was. It was 1-0. But Curtis Edwards played through Kyle Dempsey and he tried to repay the favour. He did, and he's I don't even know how he actually finished that. It seemed like his legs came in on himself. I don't know whether that's a glitch or what, but it ended up in a brilliant near post top corner finish, and all the lads are running over to celebrate as we are 2-0 up at Ewood Park. And the first goal came in the 45th, the second in the 50th, and you can see here it was because of brilliant work from Kyle Dempsey, giving it to Edwards, and a brilliant finish from the central defensive midfielder. But we're on the hour mark now, and it seems like Blackburn actually have their first chance of the game as Graham passes it off to the wing. The ball finds its way to Bradley Dack, but he hits the ball just wide of Chris Neal's post. And it was good work there from Bolger. Plays a through ball straight to Bobby Grant. The ball comes to Cole. Hardy turns his man, and unfortunately he can't make the game 3-0 and give us a much needed advantage. But Blackburn actually started a counter-attack here, and Antonsen tries to play through Lenihan. Lenihan actually is through because Coyle isn't quick enough to follow him. Unfortunately for Blackburn, he slices the shot just a little bit too wide, and it's ended up 2-0 to Fleetwood Town at Ewood Park. So a brilliant start to the episode. Now we're going on to our second game, and it is a home leg. So we're at Highbury Stadium, not Ground Lane, and we're against Oldham Athletic. And we're going near enough with a full strength side yet again. Chris Neal starting to get in net, Wes Harding at the back, Ryan Hardy up front, and McElhaney is now playing on the left wing. He also played in the last game. But Oldham are fielding a 3-5-2, and Peter Clark, he's the one that I want to target, as he is the slowest defender in that back line. Anthony Gerrard isn't much better, and I'm not sure about the other centre-backs, so I'm going to be targeting the right side of their defence and also the centre. You'll see here as Kyle Dempsey passes back to Curtis Edwards, finds the ball with Conor McElhaney. Bobby Grant somehow gets past his man, and Placide pushes the ball wide and forces it out for a corner. Now, considering that was the first chance of the game, it seemed like we were going to work ourselves up pretty well. But Duffus has the ball here in the 24th minute, passes it off to Ryan McLaughlin, back to Ryan Garder, and he has a lot of space here. Ewan Doyle, oh, he really should have done better there. Slices the ball straight onto the top of the net, and absolutely unbelievable. Oldham should be 1-0 up at Highbury Stadium. But we have it here with Doyle, pass it off to Green. Green turns, McElhaney for some reason, he's defending, and he hits the post. Now, I was really feeling pressured here by Oldham, And luckily we had another chance. Just after the half-hour mark, Bobby Grant passes off to Ryan Hardy. Ryan Hardy with a brilliant turn, and he hits the post as well. So that makes it 1 apiece. But McElhaney tries to follow up, but his shot was easily blocked by the defence. And Ewan Doyle here has the ball yet again. The ball finds its way back to Doyle after a pass from Menig, and he sliced it over the top again. This game was full of chances, but no one could seem to break the deadlock. No one could actually find the net, and we both went into the half-time break goalless. Anyway, the left winger has the ball here in the 47th minute, passes off to Ryan Flynn, somehow gets the ball all the way across to McLaughlin, and a brilliant save by Neil is forced by Dan Gardner, and somehow the game is still goalless. No one can believe it. And Curtis Edwards here passes it off to Devontae Cole. Cole gives it to Grant, a brilliant turn in the box and a tame shot. It goes wide of the target. It worries Placide, but it shouldn't have in the end because it ended up at least a yard wide of the post. Oldham yet again with another chance as Doyle here passes it off. No, he doesn't. And it forces a brilliant save off Chris Neal. Neal is having an absolute storm of the day, and surely he has to be up for man of the match. But as soon as I say that, he's forced into another brilliant save in the 74th minute, but terrible decision making as he touches the ball straight back out to the guy who shot the ball. He just has an easy tapping in the end. You can see here, there's a good through ball there, another good through ball, brilliant save, but he kicks it straight back into the path of the goal scorer and ends up making it 1-0 to Oldham. And we're here in the 90th minute now. Curtis Edwards, nice interception, brings the ball forwards. Passes out to Ryan Hardy. Hardy's surely got to do it, and he does. Coming off the underside of the crossbar, Ryan Hardy saves a point for Fleetwood Town at Highbury Stadium against Oldham Athletic, and he cancels out the second half 74th minute goal from Oldham. And you've got to admit that is a brilliant and perfectly placed finish, and he has definitely saved the point and saved the reputation of the club. Now we're playing a team that is very close to Oldham, and as Bury travel to Highbury Stadium. And you can see here Chris Neal keeps his starting spot in the net. Ryan Hardy, Geordie Hawula comes in for Connor McElhaney. Bailey Cargill and Wes Harding are the centre-back duo here for the game. And they will be coming up against Maguire, Jose, Mayer and O'Shea. So they have a tough game coming up for them. And anyway, we are ready for kick-off now, and hopefully we can get a better result than the 1-1 draw against Oldham. But the chances start yet again quite early on as Amari Bell cuts out a dangerous through ball there. Wes Harding with a terrible pass out the back, and Jose really should have done better there. He could have put Bury ahead in the 3rd minute, which would have set us back drastically. But confidence shone yet again as Amari Bell does a nice turn, runs forward, passes off to Ryan Hardy, and it forces a decent save out of the keeper. Unfortunately, that is all the chances that there were in the first half, and both teams went in goalless, much like the Oldham game. But Amari Bell here in the 46th minute gives it to Grant. Hawula starts running forwards. Hawula probing his run, passes out to Bobby Grant, and Bobby hits the post. The woodwork is a very 50-50 thing in this game, and it doesn't seem to be working in our favour against the team from Gig Lane. But Devontae Cole tries to turn. Unfortunately, can't do it, but a brilliant thunder strike from Curtis Edwards from the edge of the box. A left-footed strike, and it clashes against the bar and leaves the game still at 0-0. But Amari Bell is outstrengthed by Nicky Jose. Poor pass out yet again from Wes Harding, and a brilliant finish from Chris Maguire. And oh my god, I was absolutely fuming at this. Wes Harding, that is twice in this episode now that he has a poor passing out of the back, and is absolutely ridiculous. But Ryan Hardy here trying to salvage something for Fleetwood Town, runs across the box, gives it back to Bobby Grant on the edge, finds Geordie, and what a brilliant save from the Bury keeper. We have another chance here, 5 minutes from the end. Can they salvage something? Devontae and Ryan Hardy working well. Hardy, you can see here, has picked up a booking in the meantime. And, oh, his shot is just wide of the right-hand post. And it doesn't seem like we can do anything. And we've picked up 1 point from the past 2 games, which is unbelievable and not a very great episode. But you can see here, Bury had the 1 chance on target somehow, even though they had 2 goals. But it's not good enough. The pass accuracy is only 80% and the possession is only 49%, which, as someone who tries to work on their passing game, that is not enough. But anyway, that is going to be it for episode 6. I hope you enjoyed this episode, even though the results weren't great. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you want. And you know what, guys? See you later.